Hey guys, well, I did a Great Walks for yins, and I kind of put myself in danger as I did. So I am going to share this vlog with you, and then I will present to you my Great Walks that I had done. Um, as it happened, it was a new trail, and I always look at the map system before I go about it. Because, it doesn't pay to get lost, especially in hot Texas. So I looked at the map, I picked out which trail I was going to use, and then I proceeded. And of course everything was going okay. I found where I was going, no problem. And then after I ran off of the video that I was recording after I said bye, I proceeded to get back to the straightway that would get me back to the car. And I came across a second map that had the same trail system marked on it. And I was trying to find which trail was mine that would get me back out to the car. The way that the map is marked, it kind of misled me. So I started to go along the way that I thought was supposed to be that trail that I needed, and I got turned around and ended up right back from a certain point. And it just so happened that there was a bench there, and so that was a good thing. But by this point in time, I was really starting to get exhausted from the heat, and I'd already walked about almost 3 miles by this time. And I had been sparing my water because I wanted to make sure I had plenty to get to the car. And I had fluids in the car waiting for me, so that wasn't a problem. So they had a mark, but it was just a tree limb that had 2 colored pieces of tape. And so I thought, okay, so I ended up taking the wrong trail, so I'll take this one here because apparently that's what that means, is going this way. And so I started down the way that I thought was the trail I needed to be on, and it was actually the same color-coded trail that I'd just gotten off of that wasn't the trail that I needed to be on. So I had to turn around, and I got back to that bench and sat down and took the time to cool off because I was really starting to feel the heat. It was really starting to drag me down. And so finally I got hold of my husband because he was out at the car raiding. He can't walk the trails, unfortunately. He just had knee surgery, but he also suffers from diabetes. So it would have been extremely hard for him to walk it with me. And I'm glad that he didn't because he would have passed out on me. So I'm really glad that he was out at the car raiding. But anyway, I called him and told him that I was having to rest at a bench, that I'm going to be working my way back soon. And so, okay, are you doing okay? Are you weak or anything? No, I'm fine. I'm just sitting here resting. So when I felt that I was well enough to start walking again, I started back toward the map. And I looked at it again, and I thought, oh, okay, so it's this one that I didn't take. So I went back and I ran a different way. Well, the way it was situated, like, there was a lot of cypress trees, but there was also areas that was open like a prairie, and so therefore there was no shading and the sun beating right down on me, and me already being exhausted. And so I thought I was finally heading in the right direction, and I came across a marker that showed that I was still on that other trail I wasn't supposed to be on. So I really started to panic. And I made my way back to that bench, and I sat there, and I got hold of my husband again. Now, mind you, the reception in that area was very poor. Me and him kept losing contact. But I managed to get out to him enough that I was really starting to suffer, that I didn't have much more water left, and I was extremely exhausted and didn't think I could make it any further. And he asked if I wanted him to call 911. I said yes. So I got a call from the local sheriff's office, and they told me to call back the 911 so that they can get a better track on me. So I called the 911 back and stayed on the line with them. And of course they asked the routine questions: are you Caucasian, whatnot, what are you wearing, what's your name, where are you located, what can you see around you, and all that. And she asked if I could make it to the water, because where I was at, there was a local lake. It was just right there. But unfortunately, the trail was too far out to the lake, and I was already so tired I couldn't have made it. And I explained to her, I'm too exhausted, I can't make it out to the water. So it just so happened that as my husband had called 911, there was a couple that was bicycling, just regular civilians from Houston. And they asked where she at, and he said the last time she told me she was resting on a bench. They said, well, we know where 2 benches are, we're going to go after her. So they went bicycling looking for me. They went to the one bench and I wasn't there, and so they knew to go to the other bench and found me. And immediately the woman handed me a cold bottle of water, because by this time I only had a little bit of water left in my bottle, and I was trying to spare it. I knew that I needed more water, and so I was trying to stretch what I had left. And the other biker identified who they were, because I was still on the phone with the dispatcher, and so the dispatcher said plainly that if they couldn't get me out, if I couldn't make it, to call the dispatcher back and let them know. So they went with me and got me back onto the right trail and started heading me out. And along came some cops on a little John Deere mule, and caught up to us, and they got me inside the little cart and they took my vital signs. Well, it happened that my blood pressure was a little up, but that was normal because I was under stress. And then they gave me another bottle of water, and they drove me the rest of the way out. The bicyclist went back to my husband at the parking lot to let him know that I'd been found and I'm okay and that I'm on my way. So when we got there, not only was there 2 cops on the John Deere mule, but there was 3 cops walking it. They was going to come look for me on foot. And so by the time I got down to the parking lot, they had the fire department and the ambulance service waiting on me. And they immediately took me into the ambulance and took my vitals again. He told me that he would have really take me to the hospital, and said of course it was my choice. And I said, well, honestly, I'd rather just get home and lay down. I said, but I tell you what, if I feel that I'm not getting any better once I get home, I'll go to the hospital then. He said, okay. And he advised me to make sure to drink a lot of fluids, not just water, but something with electrolytes. It just so happened my husband keeps Powerade on hand a lot, and so he had a whole bottle, and I was able to drink that. But what's so amazing is the fact that there were civilians there biking around, and they took their time out in the heat to come find me.
Well, that guy also went to the ranger station, and that was nice of him.
I understand he also went to the ranger station to
He's a different guy.
Well, there was one guy. My husband's telling me there was another guy that went to the ranger station to inform them that there was a lost civilian on the trail. So, with the civilians taking their time out to find me, and all the cops coming out looking for me, making sure I was okay, and giving me comfort, and then the ambulance service and everything. Once I told my husband that he could call 911, I was back to my husband within the hour. They were prompt. The only problem that my husband had was because where the reception was poor on the phone, they thought that he was giving them a phony number, and he explained to them that it's a spotty area, that the phone number was correct. But that was about the only problem that he had. So the police were prompt, and the civilians were a blessing. And I'm doing okay. On the way home, we stopped at Whataburger, and I was able to eat a junior sandwich and some onion rings. And I'm feeling a lot better. So that's how much I love you guys. That I go to these places I don't know, and I put these out for yous, taking a chance. I love yous. So without further ado, here's my great walks. Hey guys, look where we are today on so we are here at the Dana Peak Park. We're going to be walking a trail that I have chosen to do the red line, fence line trail. Now Dana Peak is located in Harker Heights, Texas. So I'm just a little distance off from where I've been. But this is a new place to look at, and hopefully it'll be fascinating. So there's been reviews saying that there's a lot of deer, so hopefully we will get a few sightings and make a little bit of extra excitement. I am so tickled to be able to do this today. I have missed doing my great walks, so this is exciting. A new place and a fresh video. Whew. I shouldn't already be worn out. But I haven't been able to do much exercise other than packing. So that's a bummer. This is a very rocky trail. It's nothing but bedrock. You see that? It's bedrock. All it is. No dirt. It's bedrock. So it's kind of funny because I already had my tennis shoes packed and we had to sign contracts for the movers, and it's either pull it up on the computer and download it on a thumbnail on one of those USB thumbnails, and then go to some kind of place that would pull up the papers and then mail them back in. Or we go on ahead to the place where the headquarters is and sign them in person. And then husband said that there was also a park close by that had a hiking trail if we wanted to just go on ahead and make it a double trip for the day. I said that'd be awesome. So let's just do that. And so that's what we did. We went and whew, this is already taking my breath, guys. I haven't even done any heels. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I want you to see. I'm glad that they've got it marked. That helps. This right here is the blue trail, and it would be for somebody who is really set up. I start walking hard and gaining stability. This is the trail I'd want to go if I'd ever come back. Here, red is where we're going. So anyway, that's what we did. We came here to Harker Heights, which actually the moving company is in Kylene, which is next to Harker Heights. Harker Heights. So we went on to Kylene, signed our papers, and then ate at a great Chinese restaurant. I had sweet and sour chicken with fried rice, wonton soup. I love Chinese. And now we're here in Harker Heights for me to do this. So yep, today is a great day. And like, it's 5 after 2. And I'm glad that this is the summer hours because that gives me a little extra time. As it happens, the majority of the other trails were just a little over a mile, but I chose the red trail because it's over 3. I want to put in some extra mileage and show some extra footage. Now, so far, all we're getting a good look at is rock and trees. This is a very, very dry area, apparently. But it's okay. That's okay. Okay, it shows here red. There we go. We want to make sure to stay on it. So right here we've got our red, and it reads fence line right here. I don't know if you can even see that. The sun's glaring on my side. You probably see it. Anyway, so it's this way. All right. And I've got water, so I'm good. I made sure to freshen up my water bottle because I honestly haven't gone walking for a while and I didn't want the old water that was in the bottle, so I freshened it up. Got ready for this. Supposedly, like, I guess if you would walk the entire trail system, all of the different colors, it would be over 6 miles, I guess. But as it goes, just walking this red trail will be 6 miles round trip. So it's hard to tell just how many miles total if you walk all the trails together. This isn't bad of a trail. We're actually off of the rock bed. It is now more packed dirt. So, and it appears that we've got some extra shading through here with all these cypress trees, which, let me tell you right now, they smell so good. Ain't nothing like walking through a pine forest, honest. And these cypress smells so good. Wish this was smell-o-video. Actually, I guess there'd be some things nobody would ever want to smell, but with the option that you'd want to smell it. You could turn the option off. Look at this, guys, as far as you could see. Cypress. Anybody want to climb over that fence and try to get through that? You'd come out looking like you went through razor blades. Look at this. This is thick. Look at that. No other tree. No other tree. Just cypress. And the honest thing is, like, okay, we've got one here that branches out like the ones at Meridian. It's got tons of branches at the foot up. And then we've got these. It didn't branch out and just grew straight up. It shows the variety. It's honest. Beautiful. I haven't done a really good great walks for so long. And quite frankly, I am honestly needing the walk. I really am. I'm needing the walk. The reason why that there's fence on this side, on the other side of the fence actually is a home. So they got a pretty big property. Okay, now what? This is where it might be one of those connectors, because there's a lot of connectors. I tried to pull it up on my other phone, but because there's no signal right here, I couldn't. So this is where the Holy Spirit is my guide, and he'll be sure to lead us around. He never fails me. Whew. Folks, this is a great day. It is pretty hot, which it is. And I don't mind the heat. I honestly don't. I am going to be pulling out my water bottle here in a little bit. Apparently this has got drain off. There's the drainage ditch. Some people chose walk around the trees like that. Guess I could have. Hey, that gets pretty rutted out. Okay, I'll find a good place to pull out my water because I'm going to be needing a drink. This is as good as any. Pardon me. All right, I got my drink of water. As you can see, I've got it right here, so I'm good. Now, I was reminded through a good buddy of mine, Rogue Explorations, to be sure to watch for the snakes. Absolutely. Thank you, Rogue. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. And for those of you who do not know Rogue Explorations yet, please go check out his channel. He does exploring in abandoned places and attractions in St. Louis in Illinois. And he's got a second channel, 618 Video Productions, where he checks out the local parks and other attractions like memorial grave sites and stuff. So check that out as well. Please subscribe to both of his channels, Rogue, R-O-G-U-E Explorations, and 618 Video Productions. Please check out both. Support him, give him a like, and be sure give him a small comment below and hit the bell for notifications. That way you know when he gives you something else. He does great stuff. His videos are really good. All right. And be a little careful how I walk here. Whew. Whew. Yeah. I am seriously out of shape, guys. Seriously. I've got to walk more. It's my gut though, honestly. Takes up a lot of the space to my lungs. I was taking Nexium, and as I'd said, for any of those who didn't watch, Nexium works against the kidneys. It actually could cause a lot of damage. Causes you to slow down in urination and stuff. And I was suffering with swelling ankles and stuff and not peeing like I needed to. And I thought about the Nexium and what it does. So I decided to get off of it. And I've not took it now for like 5 days. And I'm starting to urinate better. And I have lost 3 pounds so far. I noticed this morning that my stomach is incredibly smaller compared to what it was. And it comes right down to, yeah, I suffer acid, but this is something that I can embrace because cutting down portions helps a lot with people who suffers from high hernias and acid reflux issues. And so by me doing the intermittent fasting, trying to start at around 7 to 9 o'clock at night, that's one thing. And next thing is that I'm cutting down portions so that I don't overfill myself. That way I'm not pushing acid up, you know. So instead of looking at it as an infirmity, I'm going to embrace it because that's my ticket to weight loss. I can't eat rich foods because that causes acid, and I have to eat smaller portions. So it's a good thing. It's a win. Even though I could look at it as an infirmity, it's a win. But the thing is, with Nexium, since it controls your acid, that kind of gives you a title to what? Overeat? Because you can. And I don't need an excuse. All right. No sign. Alrighty then. And we move on. Honestly, I could sing better than that. I can even sing better than I did on the fan singing challenge, but it was a funny song. It's supposed to be goofy. Besides, nobody can sing that song and be serious. But anyway, so yeah, I quit the Nexium with the embrace of me not getting to eat as much, which is such a blessing. And as it happens, it's worked. I am eating a very small breakfast, like a Jimmy Dean sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, something similar to that, and then one main meal, and then at night something small like a small bowl of cereal, and that's it. So, yep, no complaints from this woman, and that's what I'm wanting anyway, you know. That's what I'm looking for. That kind of change. A bridge! Everybody knows I love bridges. This one would really been cool if it had rails or an arch or something. But I loved it anyway because I love bridges. Oh. Gotta stop talking for a moment for a breath. A lot of properties inside the fencing areas, it's nice of them to open up some of the property for a park. It's very nice. isn't too bad of a trail. It's not too bad. There ran a squirrel. I don't know if Jens caught that or not, but there was a squirrel. Oh, there's a nice breeze. Feels good. All right, gang. Another water break. Alrighty. Last thing I want is to collapse on you guys. It wouldn't be too good. My husband could never find me in here. He's not into walking tracks. He'd pass out for sure. He's in the car enjoying the air conditioning. Isn't it such a good thing he's not a YouTuber? And I say that in a kind way. I tell him it'd be nice for him to walk with me on these. But that's all right. I don't mind. Oh, and while we are at it, I want to mention that in my vlog yesterday, I'd asked questions about a good challenge. And All-American Grandpa spoke up and said the jalapeno challenge would be awesome. Live. All right. So, I get back to Money Magnet, which check out her channel, MUHNEY Magnet. She does shopping hauls and short vlogs. She's good and she's got a great sense of humor. Anyway, so got back with her and said what Grandpa said. Let's stop right here for a moment. And so she agreed, all right, live. And she done a live stream afterwards and was announcing it to anybody who came on her live stream. So that's what we're doing this Saturday on live stream. She would have to do hers separate. But on live stream, we are going to be eating an jalapeno pepper whole. Of course, we could seed it and stem it, but we still have to eat it whole. Not on a sandwich or anything. Oh, we get to turn here. This must have been a cemetery. There's a seat bench here. And let's see, Mother's Vista, erected in honor of Monica Joyce DeBolt on her 75th birthday by her children. So it's a memorial with a bench. And there's a fence right there if you'd want to go in, but more likely it's padlocked. But anyway, according to the marker here, we're turning down. All right. So, anyway, so she announced on her live stream last night. And as it goes, this Saturday on my live stream at 3:30 Central, I am going to be eating a whole, fresh jalapeno. I am going to be gutting it and seeding and stemming it rather, and that's the agreement, that we could stem and seed the jalapeno, but we can't eat it on a sandwich or pickled or anything. It has to be a whole fresh jalapeno. Now for money, probably not that much of a problem. Now this trail is a little on the narrow side, so I definitely gotta watch for the snakes even more. It's grassy, so I definitely gotta watch. But anyway, for her, she's a Hispanic Californian, so not too much of a problem. She already said she puts jalapenos on her food. All right. But this old gal, moi, doesn't do hot peppers. I'm used to country food. A little bit of black pepper. Not even enough there to bite my tongue. Because if I had my way about it, there wouldn't be any pepper. Not even black. And that's me. So, I am in trouble. I told hubby I got myself in trouble. Well, of course, that's my GPS on Fitbit. She's tracking for me. Anyway, I told hubby I got in trouble, and naturally he's thinking of the worst scenarios. What'd she do? I said, it's on my live stream, and I ran on to tell him what's up. As I had said before, my husband would jump all over that. So guess what? On the way back home, we're stopping at a supermarket, and he's going to be picking me out an jalapeno. Not me, him. He's laughing his head off, saying, well, you need to take a drop of Tabasco sauce after you eat the pepper. Or see how many peppers you can eat. Or drink jalapeno juice. Or, I mean, all kinds of ideas. And he loves it. He gets a kick out of that. But this is something else which completely blew me away. And I asked, where's my real husband? He said that he's going to eat 2 jalapenos before he goes to work. And I get to film it, and I get to upload it after my live stream. I went, what? As he said plainly, he never wants to be on YouTube. But he agreed that he was going to eat 2 fresh peppers that I can record and upload after my live stream. So, alrighty then. So anybody who has agreed to this challenge, if you are a lady, see if hubby will join in and do a small clip. If you're a man, see if your wife will join in and do a small clip. That way we can all get on that wagon. Everybody's gonna have the greatest laugh out of me, as I do not do peppers. Yippee! And I thought the fan challenge was out of my league, out of my comfort zone. It appears that my mother has reapplied. I asked if she wanted me to send her this link, so that would be her answer. Okay, we need to stop and let me get another water break, y'all. Here's a good place right here, nice and shaded. Alrighty, took care of that. Pardon the jerkiness. I'm fixing my tripod. I forgot to pull the legs back up. Oh. Okay, for all of your all you gaming fans, I also want to mention Fire Gamer 119. So far he's just got 5 videos, but he still needs the support. He's just starting out, so please go check his out. He does short clips of game. So far it's just Clash of Clans, but I'm sure that he'll start putting other videos down as well. So check his channel out, Fire Gamer 119. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, some more shading up ahead. That's good. Shading's good. I was saying that this is somewhat of a long trail, and all you pretty well see is cypress fields. When I start to go back, I'm going to cut it off there. That way you don't have to see the track back. I will spare yons of a long, boring video. Or see if there's a marker. Now they said that there's connecting lines, but we should be about off of this side of the red and then starting back. The shade feels good. I pretty well talked everything that I want to talk. Shucks. Not bad of a trail at all. Not too awful bad. On the whole part it's flat. There are some ridges, but on the whole part it's flat. Not bad. Okay, we got a oncoming traffic. Just switching hands here. Forgive the sound and jitterness. Oh. It's a good hot day today, guys. I'm so glad I got my water. guys. This is getting to be pretty long on you guys after I get done editing. So I'm going to go on ahead and say bye here. And I appreciate y'all watching. And I love you guys. And until next time, bye.